Hey, good morning. Welcome back to Kat's Kitchen, Kat's Cooking Kitchen. And of course, I'm Kat, and I had started this video, and I don't know what happened to it, but when I looked up, there was no recording going on. So I'll go back over the steps that I had gotten to before I noticed the boo-boo in the camera. So here we go. I browned 2 pounds of hamburger in my oven at 350. I kind of broke it up, put it in the oven, got it out 20 minutes, used my little potato masher, mashed it all up, and then let it go another 20 minutes. Again, I took the masher, mashed it all up, and then used my handy dandy holy spoon to get it off so I didn't get all the grease. Then I dumped in 1 can, 14.5 ounce can, black beans. I did not drain it. 1 can of northern beans that I did drain the top liquid off, but I didn't put them through a strainer. It didn't have to be that drained. And now I'm getting ready to put in a 40-ounce can of Brooke's chili beans. These are the hot ones. If you don't like hot, you can have have the mild ones instead. Now that's pretty full already. We still got, and I'm using tomato juice today. I should put that, I don't know if it'll reach. Let me see. Maybe you can see that better. I'm just stirring all the beans in with the hamburger. And I know I forgot my chili and cumin powder. Oops, I'll put you on pause while I do that. But let's see how much of this. 2 quarts, which is 64 ounces. That's a half gallon of tomato juice will fit in here. If it doesn't all fit in, that's fine, because we won't all eat it. We won't eat it all at one setting, and it will thicken. So if it needs thinned out, I'll have some extra tomato juice to use for that. So, and my shelves are tall enough for that. Isn't that weird? Okay, now we're going to stir it up again really well. Be right back when I get my cumin and my chili powder, and we'll finish this up. We've only been on for 3 minutes and 47 seconds. This is quick. It's the time it takes to cook that takes a while. So hang in there. I will be back. Hey, welcome back. Told you it'd only be a second. So now I can't get my spoons out here. I'm going to use a 1 tablespoon measure, just so you know how much I use. Usually I don't do that. I just sprinkle it on. Let's go about 1.5 tablespoons. And then the cumin, probably just 1 tablespoon. I can adjust my seasoning as the afternoon goes on. I went ahead and put 1.5 tablespoons of chili powder and cumin in my chili. Now all that's left to do is stir the seasonings in. I haven't added any onion. Most of the time I do. but today I chose not to. I don't know why. I just did. Quicker, easier. Oh, so sorry. This is it, all stirred up. Getting ready to cook off. Oh, you know, even with the tomato juice in there. I don't know if I told you on the first video that puked or if I've told you already, but I don't usually use tomato juice in my chili. I use a Bloody Mary mix. It's so good. But I didn't have any Bloody Mary mix, didn't think about it, and I did have that half gallon of tomato juice, and it needed to be used in something, so this is what I'm using it up in, and I will season accordingly as the day goes on. And if I come back, when I come back to taste it and check for seasoning, I will bring you back on while I do that. So don't y'all go anywhere. It's going to be a rummy, dummy, yummy chili day. So see you soon. Hey, it's been in the crock pot for an hour. It's heating up, and I need to taste it for some seasoning. So, almost always need something. Ooh, definitely needs salt. It might have been a teaspoon and a half to a tablespoon. That made that better. Also needs more cumin. And I think I've only got about half a tablespoon of that left. Right at a tablespoon. So I guess we put in about 2.5 tablespoons. It's just to your taste, everybody. I think it's going to need some more chili powder too. Even though these are chili hot beans, it's not very spicy. Oops. That's better. And we're going to put in a couple more tablespoons of chili powder. Oh, this is going to be so good. I have not had chili forever. Now, I know a lot of people put spaghetti or macaroni in their chili. I don't, because to me it becomes a goulash or something after that. But my husband loves it with rice. So I will make him up a pan of rice for him to put over his. Let's give this one more good taste for seasoning. That's better. It still needs something. Maybe a little more black pepper. I didn't put much in. There's a teaspoon. More black pepper. That's fair. I think let it cook and let the flavors melt a little more. We'll be back. I'll check it in another hour because it's only been on for an hour right now, so everything's still got to come together. And if it needs something else, I'll add something else. Like I said, it's not very spicy, so I've got this seasoning here. It's called tagine. I see it used in a lot of things. I don't think that's what I want. I have nature's seasoning. No, that's salty, so I don't want to add any more salt. So, oh, I know one thing it needs. I always put a tablespoon or two of brown sugar because it takes away that acidy tomato bite. Yeah, that should be more than enough. We'll see. Give it another stir again. It's all about seasoning and tasting as you go along so that you know. This is why I like using Bloody Mary mix in mine, because it seasons it so well. But this is a big pot of chili, so yep, that's what it needed. Now it tastes. Can't hardly taste any sweet in it, but for some reason it helps bring out the little bit of spiciness or teeny bit of heat that it has in it. So by tonight, I just can't wait to eat all this chili for dinner. So keep watching. I'll be back in the snap of your fingers and we'll see how it's coming along, okay? Hope you're staying warm on this chilly Sunday. I'll see you soon. Hey, welcome back. It's been an hour and a half since I last checked on the chili, so we're going to check it. I'm going to leave the lid off now. Let it just simmer and simmer. I'd like it just a hair thicker, but not much. Let's go in and actually get some beans or something. That is picking up spice. That is so good. So good, everybody. Oops. So sorry. No, you really can't. There's not much to see. But we've got our soup going here. Whoops. Where's the camera? I can't do this backwards. I'm making such a mess. But there's the chili. I can't figure out where to go with the camera. Up, down, left, right, front, forward. Better wipe it off my salt container here. Pretty darn good chili. Now, like I said, if you like it spicy, you can make it this way. If you don't like spicy, just get the Brooke's chili beans mild, not chili. Oh, I forget how the can says it. Chili hot beans, I'm not sure. Just get mild and you'll love it. This is a good day for a cup of chili for supper because it's so stinking cold out today. I think it's still supposed to be cold tomorrow, so doesn't bode well for us weather-wise. But the nice thing about this time of year is, you know, the cold isn't going to hang around very long. So that's it. That's how you make chili. and it's going to be so good. Thank you for watching, everybody. We did this in about 15 minutes. The only thing I didn't show was browning the hamburger in my oven in my 12-inch cast iron skillet and using my potato masher. Mash it all up and get it in there. And that is one good looking pot of chili. And it's a good tasting pot of chili as well. Okay, thank you so much for checking in on me, and I'll keep coming back. I keep saying I'm going to do more keto, and I keep falling off the wagon. We had a new restaurant on the south end of Huntington, Indiana, and it just opened on Tuesday, and there are woods outside my patio door, and I can just go through those woods, turn a little left, and right into the restaurant. So I don't do that. It's an old junkyard back there. It's pretty messy, but I could get there that way. So we've gone out to eat there 4 times this week. So I got a lot of people watch me. A lot of people were asking about the restaurant. So I would go out and I would post what I had and how it was doing. And first week, give them some latitude, give them some time. They're getting all their waitresses trained, and this was the first weekend, and they were busy. So I hope they've enjoyed this first hectic week. The owner told me one time he was pleasantly overwhelmed. That was his quote to me. And I said, yes, I can see that exactly how it is. So hang in there. I'll be back with some more videos on something. It may not be keto. I'm going to go mostly on eggs, bacon, and broccoli. And I'm just going to start eating very, very low. Very little. Well, not very little. My hunger, I'll tell you, I don't know. Something in my brain doesn't switch off when I get enough food, because I can be hungry just after I ate an hour or so. My body will want something, and I know it doesn't need anything. And sometimes the cravings get me. I mean, I've been hungry for candy bars and popcorn for a couple weeks now. It's the one thing I haven't given in on. I haven't had any popcorn, haven't had any candy bars. None of that. I just have had too much starch, like potatoes and grits. I love grits. I've had them twice over at the new restaurant. Those are definitely not a low-carb item. So I'm going to do my best to keep getting a little better. My doctor will be not as happy with me at this appointment, because the last 2 I've gotten smiley faces and A+, and this one he's going to give me a little frowny face and maybe a B-. I don't know. Maybe a C-. But I am a work in progress, as aren't we all. So I just won't give up. I'll keep starting over till I can get my body in sync with me. The one thing I have given up before is diet sodas. Diet Coke, caffeine free. Especially Diet Coke, caffeine free. I gave it up for over a year. I didn't have any trouble. And I'll go 4 or 5 days and I've just got to have one. I'm not having a very good time. I'm trying to drink more water and no pop. But we'll see. Iced tea would be fine, except it's so caffeinated that when I order it, I have to order half water, half tea, just for me to cut down on the caffeine of it, which is might be what I do to transition from the pop into water. Go from my Diet Caffeine Coke or Diet Caffeine Free Coke to watered down tea, and then back to water full time. I'll let you know how that goes as I progress on this little struggle of mine. But I got a big birthday coming up next month. Not going to hit my goal this year like I wanted to, but I am down and I'm not going to go back up. I won't let myself gain. I've gained 8 pounds over the course of 3 months, and I'm not going to let myself gain any more. So I've still got 30 pounds down and another 30 or 40 to go. So I'm not in a hurry. I just don't want to keep gaining weight. So if y'all have to worry about eating and dieting and stuff, you know where I'm coming from. It is a struggle. I always told my family, I came from a family of 5, father, mother, and 2 sisters. They all smoked. All smoke. If they're still around, they still smoke. But I never did. And they used to tell me how hard it was to give those cigarettes. And I said, I'll bet it is. It's hard for me to give up food. But you have to get rid of one thing. That's the cigarette. I have to give up a multiple of things. If you told me I could never eat pizza again, I could never eat popcorn again, or whatever, I would give it up. But there's a lot more to it when you're losing weight, as we all know, and especially as we get older, right? So I'm doing the best I can, and I'm trying to be positive and just keep pushing myself to get back to it. So I bet you're long enough on that subject, I'll bet. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. Make this chili. You won't be sorry. It is so, so good. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.